Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So well, we've got a 4 hour 9 here, and obviously you guys know the 4 hour 9s are my favorite. So it's not ideal, but we have a 4 hour 9 whilst we literally are right up at resistance, which we've been holding close to for a while without any significant rejections. So that is clearly a bullish sign if you disregard the TD. And if we actually look over here to the daily, when you do get nines, TD 9s, this is a daily TD 9, but you're actually at the underside of resistance and holding it, often you can get the fact that we are under a resistance and we are looking like we want to break it, we can just basically blast through the 9. That's basically what I wanted to say. There are circumstances obviously when it does become slightly more likely that we will just continue to the upside rather than have a reaction off the 9, and then you can almost argue that that the trade in the sideways is the apprehension going into the 9, like we did with this daily. But obviously once we broke back above, market forces took control. People that don't look at the TD, I guess. But yeah, obviously nothing works all the time, but these are one of the occasions when it is more likely not to work. So again, over to this 4 hour 9. So this is one of the occasions, again, like that daily 9 I just showed you, where it is less likely to work. This 4 hour 9 was clearly more likely to work because we just basically broken that resistance, and we were just in the middle of a range, in the middle of a not necessarily anywhere that we'd had a significant resistance level where we've been consolidating at for a while, or any of those sorts of factors. So and then obviously that 9 did break the price down. But yeah, this one is like, whilst I'm not saying it isn't gonna break us down, because it could very well likely, because because it can. We have got certain momentum oscillators that are looking like they're going to want to come down for a bit. But yeah, so but this is a circumstance where we could very easily break up, disregard this 4 hour 9, end up around 17k, end up around into the 17ks, and then get a rejection off the next 4 hour 9. But yeah, but obviously keep an eye on that. This is the bottom of the 9 candle. So I would say, to be on the safe side, on the conservative side, 15.6k would probably be a level where we would probably accelerate to the downside. It would probably blast us through this trend line. It would probably blast us through this horizontal, and we would find ourselves somewhere in this zone. That is 15.6, which is it's about $400 away from price action right now. But yeah, like I said, things looking good. We are trading above the 9. Again, that's another one of my rules, above the 9, and then yeah, invalidating continuation to the upside. But it is, to be on the safer side, it's a close above, and this candle is not even halfway through yet. So we could still easily get a little bit of a push up, a rejection, come back down, be below the high of this candle, and be looking like we're gonna try and swipe out the low. So we are at a very interesting point in the price. In the Bitcoin price range, in the chart pattern at the moment, we're at an interesting place. We are at a move is likely, be it to the upside, accelerating into here, or to the downside. And my bias is accelerating into this upside, because obviously these larger time frame chart patterns, I mean, this chart pattern's been going on since about 5th of November, is going to take precedent over a 4 hour basically indicator, i.e. the TD and the 4 hour. So yeah, my bias is to the upside. Again, I'm gonna show you stock markets. If stock markets do get a nice little bounce from here as well today, which they're looking like they could do, they're looking like they're holding this level, then yeah, that could give us some impetus to the upside. Also, the dollar index actually starting to come off already. I was going to say was above 93s, which it was literally like not long ago. But oh wait, sorry, no, it isn't. It's just the way my trend line's drawing. Yeah, it was above 93s anyway. But yeah, looking like we're coming back down. So this formation that we had here, under the side of this resistance and horizontal, trend line resistance did break to the upside. So we did get that move up. And we are now coming back down. So now you guys know the rules. Are we just coming to back test this line, bounce off it, and then go bullish? That is going to be the important decision that the dollar index is going to have to make now. And if we do bounce off this level, this trend line resistance, even this horizontal or this trend line, either of them, and start to move back up, then we will look pretty bullish. And then if we then take out that high, yeah, expect continuation to the upside. But on the flip side, which is the side that I think is most likely, is that we're going to come and take this out as well, and then proceed to the downside. And this was pretty much just a bit of a fake out to the upside. Still not a bad amount of retrace of this whole move down. Basically nothing shocking with the bounce here. Not like an incredible bounce that's going to turn us bullish. But yeah, if we come down, if we take this out, take the trend line out, more downside, and then we certainly, as certain as anything is in trading, have Bitcoin in this top range. And maybe that will be where we then spend the next couple of weeks trading out in this range. You guys are pretty much I've drilled in my view that I think we're going to trade in this range for a while, but that range is split into two, and we can spend time in this top part and the bottom part, and then switching between the two, or even having some absolute spectacular moves from top to bottom. But that is obviously less likely in any given point in time to rally from all the way to the top to the bottom, or all the way from the bottom to the top. That's it. But yeah, so that is kind of what we're looking at here. Let's have a look at those stochastics, see if they are giving us any indication. I mean, yeah, the 4 hour, this is it giving us momentum at the moment in this tighter range to push us up. The 4 hour clearly is. 10 hour as well is moving up nicely, and 12 hour, well, I was going to say 12 hour had turned up also, but it's looking like it wants to turn down now. But yeah, I mean, if we do break up based on the 10 and the 4 hour, then this will actually still keep moving to the upside. But after that, I mean, daily has turned back up, just about held this this bullish zone. But I mean, we've got to make a move to the upside to get this going back up, or some of the higher time frames are going to start to take over. Although, having said that, daily just ticked back over, 2-day has ticked back over, 3-day has ticked back up as well, and then everything else is still pointing upwards. So well, I say this as we are literally breaking upwards, but it is obviously looking like, yeah, looking stochastic wise, like we're going to have a good chance to break upwards, which we are looking like we are doing, which is what I said my bias was towards, even though we've got this 4 hour 9, and I did kind of explain my view based on what happened with the daily 9 as well. We are in basically a fractal of that on the 4 hour time frame, and yeah, we're getting this move to the upside. We have taken out this high here, so we are at new basically Bitcoin highs for this well, this cycle, we'll call it this cycle, not ever obviously, but yeah, this cycle. So yeah, and this year as well, and this year and last year, and not the year before. So yeah, Bitcoin looking good, guys. It is looking good. We all know this. We all know Bitcoin's looking good. We all know that we've been looking very good. We all know these levels are fantastic. We all know there is more interest. We all know that trash is cash. Trash is cash as long as that cash is trash. Cash is trash basically. People are moving into Bitcoin. The dollar is looking weak. Craziness is going on in the world. I mean, basically, let me sum up the world situation and why it's great for Bitcoin. Central bankers and politicians and governments just think that we can just shut down the economy and just print money to paper it over. That is what they think. And I mean, if life were that simple, if life were only that simple, and seeing as it isn't, prices of things are going to have to go up, because that value unit of currency they're measured in is clearly just not being respected in a fashion that it should be. If you could just do this, then we could just never have to bother working. And well, I mean, we clearly know it's just ludicrous. But anyway, so there we go, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today with we'll also have the update of our extremely small caps, because some of them have made some moves, adding a couple more to that, adding a couple more also to that list as well. And yeah, interesting times in crypto. I'll speak to you guys later.